New signage and computer systems getting installed for British Airways to take off from St. Louis to London Heathrow. The first flight is April 19th, but we're getting a better understanding of what's going to change here with British Airways coming to Lambert, along with how it works with the new single terminal project underway.
We're still waiting to see the 30% designs of the project. That's an important milestone for the airlines and the airport to agree upon for that next milestone for 60% of the design. And at that point, the cost of this project will be locked in. According to these minutes from the Lambert Airport Commission, HOK submitted the 30% terminal designs by January 7th.
Why haven't we seen those designs yet?
Those are just for internal use only to look at. Here's the preliminary 30% drawings. Then we sit down with the airlines. We sit down with our design teams and our construction management teams. We look at those and say, okay, where are we on this? And is there something that the airlines don't like? Is there something? So those are all designs that are submitted to us, but those are the preliminaries. Now the work's going on to try to get to that next level.
I was told these designs would be released in January, but here we are in April and yet to get our eyes on them. We also have a clearer picture of how openings and closures are planned to play out. Terminal 1 Concourse A will close August of 2027, with Concourse C extension and D Concourse opening that same month. That was originally supposed to happen 4 months earlier. T1 Concourse C extension and D Concourse will close in April of 2029. Terminal 1 and Terminal 2 will close November 2031.
When the new Lambert is finished, what's it going to be most comparable to?
I think if you look at the fact that we've got a single terminal, so it's a dual-sided, which is critically important. That dual-sided allows us to ease connecting traffic much easier. So if you look at a terminal that's a little more linear, that's a single concourse with dual-sided. You know, Salt Lake is one of those. That doesn't mean it's going to look exactly like Salt Lake, but the footprint of our layout, that's probably one that's the closest to it, just in terms of the footprint and how it's set up.
In this concessions RFP from Lambert, British Airways will operate out of Terminal 2. In April of 2027, airlines will shift from the A concourse to concourses D and C. Then in April 2029, airlines will move from concourses C and D into the new terminal. March 2031, Southwest moves into the new terminal.
Lambert tells me that if all goes according to plan, the single terminal project will be complete in 2032. We're still trying to see the official early renderings of this, those 30% renderings that the airport and the airlines need to agree on. Those negotiations still continue. In the meantime, April 19th, British Airways takes off the first direct route between St. Louis and Heathrow. First Alert 4 will be there, Forward will be there, and we will show you the celebration as that new era takes flight.